Scrooge! I came
So happy to see you.
to tell you
Remember,
everything that I
time
think
is
about your
money.
shop. And I'm sorry, buddy, but not everything is gonna be great. Guys, welcome to this Disney Dreamlight Valley video. Today, we're gonna talk about the Scrooge Shop. And what, in my opinion, and in opinion of our community, needs to be improved about the Scrooge Shop. What are the worst things about the Scrooge Shop that need to be fixed as soon as possible? There's a lot of issues with it, so let's dive right into it. It's going to be a very, very knowledge-packed video, and I would love to hear your comment in description as well. Comment to this video if you agree or disagree with any points in this video. Before we start, I just wanted to tell you a funny fact. You know how Scrooge uses his money bin to keep his vast fortune safe? Well, the same way you can use Aura, the sponsor of today's video, to keep your internet privacy secure. I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely tired of receiving spam calls every single day. Look at this. Look at all of these calls. You might think, oh my god, this guy has so many friends. Well, I wish. But unfortunately, 90% of these calls are spam. Did you know that data brokers make lots of money from your private information and selling it to robocallers, scammers, and other people that you probably don't want to have your private information? Well, what you might have not known is that those data brokers are legally required to remove your information if you ask them to. And this is where Aura comes in. They're constantly monitoring the list of all known data brokers, and they submit opt-out requests on your behalf if they detect that your personal information is being sold. There are so many services out there that protect different aspects of your identity, but Aura has it all in one place. It's super easy to set up. It's just one app that comes with all the features you might want. Password manager, parental control, VPN, antivirus, identity theft protection and insurance, and more for one very affordable price. Now, they didn't tell me to say any of this stuff, but I've been using Aura for the last 3 months, and I have been shocked on how much of my private information is out there. And I'm a very private person. I don't like that. Recently, I applied for a credit card, and Aura sent me an email immediately notifying me that some company looked up my credit report, and then later that a new account was opened under my social security. Now, in this case, it was me doing those actions, but sometimes it can be a scammer, and you would never know until it's too late. With Aura, you will get notification when something's going on immediately. I can input all of my passwords from all of my most important accounts into Aura, and they will monitor all the data breaches that are reported and notify me if any of my passwords have been leaked, so I can change them and not get hacked. And not to mention, in the last couple of months, I've been receiving so much less spam calls. Here you go. This whole month of September, I received 4 compared to June. Before I started using Aura, 6, 8, 15, over 20! What the hell? On their website, you can literally see what data brokers they asked to remove your private information, which sites had to legally remove your phone numbers and other information so no scammers can access it anymore. It's magical. If you don't want those scammers to continue profiting from your private information, go check out Aura. I'm gonna leave my special link in the description that will give you 2 weeks free trial. Go sign up for free, check out if your information was exposed, and Aura will offer you multiple ways to fix it. You literally have nothing to lose except all your private information and peace of mind and constant worrying about your identity being compromised. Thank you so much, Aura, for sponsoring this video. Check out the link in the description. Let's get back into Disney Dreamlight Valley. All right, Scroogey boy, it's time to have a chat. People are not happy. I'm gonna be honest. Every time I go on Reddit, there hasn't been a week where I haven't seen a post of people complaining about the Scrooge Shop. And obviously, number one complaint about the Scrooge Shop is the fact that there's just not many new items. If you've been playing for a while, it's very rarely where you get to enter the shop and find even one new item. And I will agree, I myself very rarely find a new item from the first try when I open Scrooge every single day. If you don't do refreshes, it's gonna take you a very long time to get the items. But even though this is the most obvious issue with the Scrooge shop, there is a lot of issues that many people don't talk about, and I just wanted to dive into it before we get to talk about more mainstream problems. One of the biggest problems, in my opinion, which probably most of you didn't even know was the case, is, if you didn't know, a couple updates ago, they decided to change category of a lot of items in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Stuff like wallpapers, stuff like floors, stuff like clothing, and certain furniture got moved from one category to the other. Now, when that happens, the game actually stops, like removes the item from your collection. So if you, for example, had a certain wallpaper before, if it changed the category, Minnie, don't say a word.
Aren't you adorable?
I am adorable, thank you. If you had a certain wallpaper and that wallpaper has been changed category, you will not have that wallpaper as collected in your furniture collection anymore. If you go to your collection, furniture sets, basically all the items that have changed categories since you got the item are not going to be in your collection anymore. They're just going to disappear. Because if it used to be in Disney, for example, and then it moved into Cinderella, for example, it's not going to be visible in either collection anymore. And that happened to a lot of floors and wallpapers and some furniture items too. But that is not a big issue. Right now, we also can only get new floors and wallpapers, so there's no way to get duplicate floors and wallpapers anymore. So eventually, we're gonna get all of those for sure. But there is a giant problem that honestly drives me insane, and it's the problem with the clothing. The fact that a lot of clothing actually changed categories. And if you bought out all of the clothing from furniture, from Scrooge store, and basically you're not gonna get it back, some of the clothing items you pretty much will never be able to mark in your collection. So you will never be able to collect every single clothing set in the game. Right now I have 95%. And guess what? A few pieces that I'm missing are the ones that were changed categories. Okay, here's a few examples. Teal Dreamlore Ruana from Encanto. This item was introduced in update 1.3, and it was a reward for the Festival of Friendship, basically Mirabelle level 10 friendship quest. If you got this item before update 1.4, when it was changed the name and changed the universe, for some reason this item ended up originally in Monsters Inc. universe, and now it's been changed to Encanto. Now it's still displayed in Monsters Inc., but it doesn't count towards Encanto collection, which means that you will always have this 2 out of 3, and there is absolutely no way for you to obtain this item now to complete your Encanto collection, unless... No, actually, no, there is no way, because some items that are from the general Scrooge store, you might have a chance to find in a clothing pouch. But some items like this Encanto piece, there is just... You will always have 2 out of 3, unless they fix it at some point. And that means you will never reach 100% clothing collection, ever. And if you're a completionist like me, that's gonna drive you insane. There is quite a lot of the items like this. For example, certain Art Deco posters have been moved from Moana, Toy Story to Frozen, and now they counted twice, but once you got them once, they're just going to display in the collection they originally were, and they're not going to be counted in the collection they were moved into. There is a lot of items that change the universe, and they've been changing universe in different updates. For example, in 1.7, this athletic t-shirt changed the universe from Ratatouille to other, so now it will only get counted in Ratatouille, and the other will forever have one missing item until they fix it. So this is In my opinion, one of the biggest issues with the Scrooge store is the basically not being able to obtain certain items and complete certain collections because of this glitch. So basically, right now, I'm missing about 25 items in general. And as you know, all general items are the items from the Scrooge store, 100%. So all of these items change the universe from something else. And now there is no way for me to obtain these 24 items. So I will never complete my general collection. Even though I have all the items, they just counting as different universes, which is incredibly stupid. All right, so I made a community post a couple days ago asking, what are your feelings about the Scrooge shop in the current state? What changes would you like to see coming to the Scrooge store in the future updates? So let's see what are the most wanted features from Scrooge shop from the community. 44 upvotes by Coco Dawn. I would love to see the vault used as a way to get old Star Path items. Also a way to expand it so there are more choices each day. Now, that is a very controversial topic about being able to buy old Star Path items. We're not going to go into that, but I do agree that being able to utilize Scrooge Vault would be such a cool idea. It's just such prominent feature of Scrooge store, and not being able to get inside his vault. I would love to have an extra room inside Scrooge store, which potentially could be the vault, that maybe will cost certain amount of coins to enter every day or something like that, and it would have a chance, maybe, I don't know, a chance to get one of the premium items or one of the Star Path items, or have some of the rarest items in Disney Dreamlight Valley Scrooge store inside the vault. It's like an exclusive club, so you can only, let's say, enter it once, and you have to pay Scrooge a certain amount of money. Or maybe it could be not even star coins, but certain resources, for example, certain gems. And on every day, it's different gems to be able to enter the store. This way we'll be able to potentially... It's not just coins, so we'll have to mine for different gems. I mean, some people will hate it probably, but I feel like it makes it more challenging and also more rewarding. I don't know, just spitballing ideas. This is what this video is all about. So yes, utilizing the Scrooge Vault would be definitely on the top of my list as well. I've been playing since day one of early access, and I've been saying for months that Scrooge just needs a major overhaul. Okay. I'd like them to add a huge selection of new items and clothes all at once to increase the selection, but also when we run out of the clothes, keep either repeating old clothes on the mannequins or let us show off our own touch of magic creations on the Scrooge Shop mannequins for our friends to download in multiplayer. Now this, I like. A lot of people have been asking an ability to share our designs of our outfits with our friends. Now we have multiplayer. We can invite people in our Scrooge shop, and we have empty mannequins. It could be something like an endgame feature for people who bought out the entire clothing section. Maybe we could just use the mannequins on the podium to share our own designs. That's just a great idea. That would be such a good way and such an interactive way to do it. I hope they're gonna implement this. I don't know about... I mean, of course, everybody would love to have for them to add a huge selection of new items. That would be great. To be honest, we haven't been getting a lot of new items lately in the Scrooge shop. I think the last update we got some new items for Beauty and the Beast update. I don't think we got any... I mean, to be fair, we got insane amount of new craftable items and quest items in the expansion update. So I can't blame them for not adding regular items in the Scrooge store. But I hope they're going to be steadily adding more and more new items into the Scrooge shop stock every single update, because I definitely want to see something fresh when I enter Scrooge shop. Lisa basically agrees with all the points we had. Having the Scrooge shop fully stocked daily would be appreciated. I feel like once you bought out of all the clothing, you could just use that side of the shop as another quad display to potentially have more items appear in the shop. Why not? It's just empty space. Why not put furniture in the clothing section? I think it would work well. Just an idea. I don't know about the podium area, like on the left, for where the wigs usually go. I feel like we don't really have any rare items that appear there. But I would love to at least use the left quad on the floor to potentially have some of the best items in the game, because that's the place where the best items in the game spawn. And doubling the chance of those items to appear every day would be a huge difference. IO Moon Knight, for me the daily limit has got to go. The empty windows, bare shelves, and display platforms need to be filled with something. As a previous retail manager, this really gets my knickers in a twist. New items in shop, new clothes mostly for hair. Players should get a commission on the item purchased by visitors. Finally, we can get a more involved story for Scrooge. I would even take a Moonstone bundle. Let's get that vault open. Also, Huey, Dewey, and Louie need to be brought in for a gem and a potion shop, and selling Touch of Magic items, allowing designer in-game profit somehow. Wow! That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's start little by little. Daily limit. I kind of agree. What is the point of daily limit? Just being able to order 25 items? Like, it's not like people really need to order that many items and like there's anything they can do to exploit. If anything, people want to be able to sell the items back. But sometimes, if you got a great idea for a dream snap, you need more than 25 items at once. It's just annoying that you can't execute the idea that you got immediately. You have to wait for a day or two to be able to collect enough items. I honestly don't see how the item limit, like, what's the purpose of it? I don't think, like, most of the days I don't buy anything, but then one day I need to buy a lot of things. I'm sure that's how most people are, so I also vote for removal of the daily limit. Now, about the commission, I don't know about that. I feel like I don't mind doing this for free. I'm helping my friends out if I'm sharing some furniture in my shop. I'm fine with that. Story for Scrooge, yes. I hope we're gonna get Scrooge Dream Bundle at some point, and hopefully we're gonna get, maybe that Dream Bundle will unlock his vault. Hopefully we're gonna get a realm for DuckTales universe so we can bring Huey, Dewey, and Louie. That would be incredible. And yes, selling Touch of Magic items. That is a great idea. What if people could sell their designs for moonstones? For example, you put them in your Scrooge shop, you invite people, if they like it, they buy it, and then they can pay you like certain amount of moonstones. Maybe you set your own prices, and then they give you their moonstones for obtaining that design. And then if they bought it, they cannot share it with anybody else. It just appears in their clothing section, maybe like a purchase clothing, like a new category or something. That is a beautiful idea. That would be another source of moonstones for people who are extremely creative with their dresses and get nothing for it. I love that idea. A lot of good ideas, I am Moon Knight. Nicely done. A lot of people saying more clothes, and it feels like we don't have a lot of clothes because we can only buy the clothing once, which makes sense. So, I mean, even if they add more clothes, we're gonna buy it out in a day or two anyway. I feel like that area needs to be utilized. If there's no new clothes, if there's no new items, please let us buy furniture from the left side of the shop. I would love to be able to order items from Scrooge outside of his store. Yes, like a mobile order. Like, we have a mobile phone we use for camera. We could use it to order items from Scrooge, so I don't have to go to the other side of the valley every time. It's not like the huge issue, like it doesn't happen very often when it's annoying, but sometimes you're decorating a room on a certain floor in your house. Like, I think that's the most annoying situation. If you're in a house on the floor. So in order for you to exit the house, you have to exit the room, then go to the elevator, then go to the first floor, then exit the house, then teleport to the Scrooge store, then go back and do all of that again. Or simply just allow us to teleport from inside the house anywhere so we could access map from inside houses. I feel like that would solve the issue as well. Have the repeat items show how many you already own without going to order more items. Thank you, Hey. That is something that I need as well. Like, I like having like at least a couple items of every single item that I have. So if I need to build something, I have at least a couple on hand. So I always have stock in my own inventory. I'm the opposite of people who want to get rid of the items in their collection. I want to get as many as possible, but also I don't want to buy something that I know I have a lot of. So I would love to see how many of each item I have near the red dot, just to show me the number, how many I already own, so I can potentially buy some stuff that might not be new, but at least I don't have as many off, so I can refill my stock a little bit. I think that would be cool. My main complaint is those empty windows. Once you buy all the window items, it looks so sad walking by the shop and no items are visible. I've seen a suggestion. People wanted to be able to put your own Touch of Magic dresses in the windows, or at least be able to dress mannequins into whatever. So you could, if there's no dresses to buy, allow us to dress up the mannequins in any clothes we want. That would be so easy to do. We already have this mechanic. It's the easiest thing to do. And it would look, the Scrooge shop would just look so much better. And it's going to be cool for multiplayer to show off some of your designs and potentially let people buy them too. A lot of people also asking for a way to sell Scrooge back the items I don't need. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I cannot relate to that one at all. I like having a lot of every single item. I don't care if I use them or not. I just like to be prepared for anything. So I personally would never sell anything back to Scrooge. Like, why would I even buy stuff that I would have to sell later? But I see a lot of requests, so I definitely don't mind if they introduce this feature. It seems like it would make a lot of people happy. So let's do it. Why not? A lot of people saying less repeats. Would be nice to have a guaranteed new item every day. I feel like it's not too much to ask, considering how many items there is. One new guaranteed item every day? That sounds pretty reasonable to me. Half of my shop is empty and I only get about 3 brand new items a day. Only! Oh, Kylie. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. Kylie. I'm terrible. 3 brand new items a day is a luxury. I'm dancing when I get 1 new item a day. You'll get there soon. You're gonna miss the days when you get 3 new items. Okay, I see a lot of people saying that they want to be able to see if they already own the item. I feel like a lot of people still don't know that this feature already exists. Guys, if you look at the item, when you hover over the item, let me show you. So in the Scrooge shop, when you get to an item, if it has a red dot near the price, that means it's a new item and you don't have it. If there is no dot, that means you already have the item. I feel like I see this comment a lot, and I just hope more people will realize, and potentially it's going to save them buying some unwanted items. There is a red dot that does exactly what you want it to do. All right, guys, this is pretty much it. We went through the most of the ideas, and I think there is a lot of gold ideas in this video. So I hope developers maybe will come across this video, watch it, and get some awesome ideas for the Scrooge shop overhaul for one of the future updates. I would definitely love to see that. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks for all the love and support. Guys, check out Aura. The link is in the description. It's a great service. I've been using it for many months now, and it has saved me so much trouble from spam, protecting my passwords. It's just a great service. And yeah, let me know, what is your #1 feature that you would love to see in Scrooge Shop if it wasn't covered in this video? I feel like there is so many cool things we can do to Scrooge Store. I definitely hope to see Scrooge Store expansion. Like, we just get 2 pages in the premium shop recently. Maybe we're gonna get a 3rd floor for the Scrooge Shop, or maybe the vault is going to be like an extra room. I don't know. I feel like Scrooge Store didn't have any overhauls for a long time. So it's definitely due one very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, and goodbye.